Something or someone you felt was buried and gone is about to resurface again with surprising communication. Though this is recorded for a particular day, please keep in mind that these readings are timeless, so whenever you come across it, you're meant to find it, and there may be a message within for you. Hello everyone, it's Amanda with Orchid Divinations, and I'm here with your message of the day. I apologize for my absence of reads there for a while. I had several bouts of laryngitis and was strangely losing my voice a lot, but I was finally able to pinpoint the source, which was that I discovered it's actually an allergic reaction to one of my aunt's dogs. I had recently moved in with my aunt not too long ago, and I couldn't figure out where these cold-like symptoms kept coming from that started appearing after I had moved in. But having now discovered the source and the cause, I'm able to take the right allergy meds and keep my throat and voice clear. So hopefully I am able to get back on track and get these reads out for you more consistently once again. In today's read, I'm seeing here that someone or something that you believed may have been dead and gone will be resurfacing in the relatively near future. And it looks like they will be wanting to start over or renew things again with you from a clean slate. Now, this could be you wanting to return to something or someone, and you that will be requesting a fresh start or to begin something again. So take this read as it resonates and flip the roles as it applies for you. This read doesn't specifically speak to romantic connections, though I feel for a good majority of you it most likely is. However, since I'm not seeing anything that nails it down to romance, this can be any type of connection or past opportunity that may have fallen apart in the past and possibly did a fair amount of damage in its wake. You may receive an out-of-the-blue communication, and I'm seeing that your reaction to it will be a mix of surprise and confusion, as well as a little bit of trepidation because of how things were left off in the situation in the past. In order to move this connection or opportunity towards this new start, however, it will require this past person or thing to bridge this gap toward you, braving the fallout that was created. This, for some, could have been fallout created by something that was done by this other person, especially if they did something that felt like they erased you from their life. I'm noticing the word erasure here. So this might have been a harsh disconnect that this other person or thing initiated. Though in some cases I'm hearing it took two to tango, and it may have been chaos or drama that was mutually created that caused all of this fallout here. I'm drawn to how this imagery appears as though some form of chaos or nuclear explosion wiped everything out, creating and leaving behind this cloudy or hazy confusion that this person will now be crossing this bridge through in order to make their way toward you. Or at least they have the intention to, as the energy now sits and is being represented here with what the cards are showing. The energy is right for this person to do so, and I'm seeing here that they strongly want to, but do keep in mind and always try to remember things do come down to people's free will on whether they follow through on this very strong urge, intention, and desire, all of which I am seeing that they have here, just as you have free will on how you accept or decline whatever resurfaces. Aside from this card revealing a sort of erasure or cutoff, this card along with Ether and this Zero card here all signify this brand new slate or fresh start that will be presented to you or requested with you. All of these three cards are the 0 point field ready for something to be created once again. These three also tell me that currently there could be, or at least feel like there is nothing taking place at the moment between you and another, or you and whatever this is. This void-like energy may have been present for quite a while now, and that is what is leading you to think, okay, this must be dead, gone, and buried. But just as this person is rising up from the ground, from this place in which they appear buried, this is where I'm seeing that resurfacing energy taking place. That's also mirrored here by the Infinite card. This is almost like the Judgment card in the original Rider-Waite Tarot, which is a card of resurrection and a phoenix rising from the ashes. So, very clear message of resurrection and resurfacing there. If this is a person returning to your life, romantic or otherwise, this person in the past was very locked down. They kept a lot to themselves, and I'm getting that from this keyhole imagery here. Either they were very locked down when it came to their emotions, or locked down when it came to ideas and communication. For a few of you, this lock was of secrets this person may have kept. With this imagery, I'm feeling that one of the secrets may have been someone was falling for you, like this person is shown falling on the card. And they felt the need to lock that down, possibly due to past fears, causing a sort of discomfort when they realized that they were falling for you. That's if this situation previously was of a romantic nature, of course. Or this may have even been a friend who left and went AWOL when they discovered they were starting to feel romantically for you. And that was that locked away secret. But again, remember the roles can be switched, and this could be you that this applies to. If you are the one planning on crossing this bridge and resurfacing again to someone or some situation. With whatever or whoever this is, they may, when they appear, seem very contained still. What they present to you will only be a small fraction of what they are feeling or experiencing within, especially in the way of emotions, since we have all this water here on the card. What they do show will be transparent, however, like this box here is see-through. There will be no illusion or confusion as far as what is outwardly shown or presented to you. Just know it is definitely not the full representation that I feel will eventually be presented and expressed later on, once this person works up and gains more courage to do so, or as I sort of test the waters with their reapproach. I'm also hearing some just don't want to overwhelm you with all of this that they had kept in, or even overwhelm themselves because they've been in sort of a locked down void for quite a while, and not just when it comes to you. So all of this turbulent, stirred up emotion or thoughts is something very new and possibly a bit scary for them to acknowledge. So handling and presenting it one box at a time may be the easiest way for them to settle in and get used to expressing and or communicating things they were used to or conditioned to keeping tucked away or locked away. But there is a big notable difference here that the universe wants me to point out, and that is, whereas in the past, the other was closed up and locked down. Oh, random side note that I'm hearing now as I say that, they could have even been locked down by other commitments or contracts of some kind. But as I was saying, whereas this person was locked down in the past, now the heart space is wide open, seen here on this card, as well as this home card, which talks about opening up and returning once again to the heart space. I'm hearing this person, even in the past when they were locked up or locked down, felt mostly at home with you, more so than anyone else. And this is especially true if this is a resurfacing family member. Something about you puts this person more into their heart space. You helped awaken feelings within that may have at one point felt hollow or like a void. I'm sensing some of these people either went through some sort of trauma that caused them to be shut down like this, or they had some form of depression, or if not that intense, perhaps they just have a really hard time sharing of themselves with anyone, family, friend, or romantic. What I'm seeing here, though, is kind of interesting. This person is being represented by this Queen of Pentacles. Whether this is a past opportunity or a past person, and regardless of their gender, whether they are male or female, this queen represents them. This is my high value queen. This shows me how you once viewed this person or opportunity. You placed a lot of value upon them. You knew or felt they were abundant and had the capacity to be nurturing and open, even when they presented themselves in this way to you. You sensed beyond that and placed this person in this light. This person or thing was of great value to you. For some, this was a matter of rose-tinted glasses, but for most, I'm hearing this is the untapped potential or what you knew was hidden away. The downside, however, is that you placed your value at one point in the past as lower than this person, consciously or unconsciously so. Perhaps a blessing then gained from this person or thing's absence, this current no contact void, was that it allowed you to acknowledge and recognize your worth and value, and that it shouldn't come second to those you have placed upon a pedestal. If you notice, this is the same orange cat here and here. So this tells me that the erasure we saw up here may have very well been this person or thing turning their back on you rather than engaging with you in the past. They walled up or shut you out in some way. Some may have actually even moved away, since this is sometimes a card of travel. And this cat is shown facing this wall, which the guidebook says that these triangles here are meant to be representative of sails on a ship, just like the ships coming in that are usually shown on the Three of Wands card. This could have been emotional distance put between you, if not physical distance. As you notice, however, much like this card says that they need to cross the bridge of fallout toward you, this person is shown here as also needing to put in diligent work when it comes to you, which is unusual to see on a card representing a Queen of Pentacles. It's unusual to see her striving or struggling to navigate a situation in the way this cat is attempting to navigate this puzzle feeder. But this shows us that this person is determined and will be diligent when it comes to making amends or coming back in. And whether or not this person is highly valued, they won't see themselves above doing what is necessary to achieve whatever goal is desired with you. Speaking of desire, we have that here to the side, as well as the wish fulfillment card of the Nine of Cups here. So not only does this person or thing find you as a source of comfort and home, they also see you as desirable or as a wish. Now, again, this doesn't have to be romantic desire. You can also desire closeness or warmth of a friend or a family member. So again, take this however it resonates for your situation. It stands out to me today, however, that these cups are empty still. The structure is there, but there isn't anything inside of them yet. This person or opportunity may be your wish fulfilled as well, but when it resurfaces or reappears, it will at first seem as though it is a bit incomplete. Again, because of how it is coming in, very contained. You may even fear that this person, because of how they show up initially, is halfway in and halfway out, just like this person has one foot out here. And again, that will be interpreted by you because of that containment. You may misread it by feeling or interpreting it as they aren't sure or don't fully know what they want, or fear that they may just close themselves off again. And this again will be your assumption because of the way in which they are reappearing and not divulging all of this other stuff up front and outright. But the universe wants to assure you that these cups won't remain empty. It's not a glamour or a facade this person or thing is coming back and presenting. It's not going to be an empty or hollow promise, I'm hearing. So, though you may see it as appearing in a desired way, as you might have wished for it to reappear, you may again still fear that it has the potential to, again, leave you unsatisfied or drained, perhaps as it had before. Because if I haven't yet said it enough, you aren't getting, nor are you privy to this intensity, and aren't receiving that full-on disclosure of ideas or emotions right away. Though these will not remain empty, as I said, and this will eventually be shown. This is just how this individual needs to approach things. It could overtake you both if all this flooded out at once. And that takes me over here to the Pook. This is a card of paradoxes and confusion. The Ether card also does a nod to this paradox as well, as that is one of its meanings. The confusion and paradox of the situation is this person or thing resurfacing again, wanting to be transparent, to have a fresh start, with their heart now open, ready to do the work, but still a bit lacking in courage to do so completely. This courage again has to be worked up gradually. It will seem a bit perplexing to you as well, like, okay, this person worked up the courage to cross this bridge. They seem to want a restart, but that initial burst of courage seemed to have only been there to do that. And this person is back to seeming a bit more reserved or shy. It was just that flash in the pan moment of bravery in order to return. But that's not to say that they're returning weak or cowardly. They just have to gradually work up to being more expressive, and that will require a steady growth of courage for them. Remember, this heart may have not been open like this for quite some time. Allow them to work this muscle and try not to expect immediate perfection. So, if this is someone or something you are willing to create a fresh start with, you can help move situations along by resisting putting too much pressure or heavy expectation on this right away. Try to be understanding or receptive so that this person feels more and more comfortable to open themselves up. However, that does not mean erasing any boundaries or expectations when it comes to your worth and how you should be treated. So make sure that although at a very slow and measured pace, this person is still respectful of those barriers. Continue to remember your own value and worth. Don't fall back into any pattern of seeing someone else's value, feelings, or time as more valuable than your own. This gentle reception from you is not to be seen as catering to this individual, but rather working with this individual while maintaining a strong sense of self. So, when this person reappears or resurfaces from the void, I see that you may be very nervous or on the fence when you see that communication come in, which will be another paradox in that moment, because this is or was something you had desired to happen for this new chance to come about. But just as happy as it may make you to see this communication, it could spark a bit of confusion. Even if at this moment you're like, no, Amanda, I wouldn't be confused or afraid to hear from this person or to see news in regards to this resurfacing opportunity. But this reaction of yours will surprise you, just like the look on this cat's face. There will be some kind of trigger that will occur that will leave you stunned as to how to respond. There could be deeper trust wounds that will begin to surface, or past memories of how much you had invested before with perhaps minimal return. You may ask yourself, in order to move forward and wipe the slate clean, am I able to close my eyes and overlook any past damage done? That will all surface in that moment. I feel, however, that if you remember your value and protect your boundaries in the necessary ways, you will have the high ground in the situation, which will enable you to have courage yourself and the patience to accept each new bit of exposed information or expression of feelings. Peace by contained peace. If you notice, just like on this strength card, we have a whole ocean here and only a bit of contained water being presented. This read is to make you aware that this ocean of feelings or ideas exists even when it can only be seen in small sections at a time at first. Trust and patience, like the Temperance card suggests, will allow you to eventually get all the clarity that is necessary. This Ace of Swords. Gradually, you will be given the clarity that will allow you to drop any defenses that may be triggered upon this return. I'm noticing the imagery of the claws being clipped here, symbolic to me of a removal of defensiveness. A side note over here, this person's desired return, in whatever form of connection this may be, could have been sparked by a recent realization that they had, which is that inability to feel at home with anything or anyone else around them. We see that same locked up imagery, and it's that locked up heart space that is open here on the home card. All of these keys were things that either this person tried to replace you with or distract themselves with, but nothing opened them up in the way that you were able. And if this is not a person, whatever resurfaces this opportunity, for instance, if it is a job, they were unable to find a fitting replacement that unlocked the growth and potential that you and your skills would have brought in for them. With She of the Lotus to the side, whatever or whoever is resurfacing or returning, make sure that you stay aware of past triggers and remember to not fall back into any unhealthy patterns, such as the one where you once held this person's worth above your own, or feeling yourself of lesser value or worth than whatever returning situation this may be. I'm also hearing that if this was a person, along with the realization they have come to about nothing else being able to unlock aspects within them, they also have been doing a bit of shadow work on themselves, addressing some of their wounds or triggers that cause them to be locked up in this way to begin with. So that is your reading. Sending you all my best with love and light. Have a wonderful rest of your day.